I don't know.
Let's see, audio and video settings. Let's see, let me look up. We could not connect to your selected camera. Please select a different camera. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Turn on. Camera. Let's see. It says iPhone camera or FaceTime camera.
Are you on your iPhone or on your computer?
I'm on my laptop.
Yeah, there you go. Now we see you.
Okay, good.
So Ravi just went to the washroom. She'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
Tango ir en la baño.
Yeah. You get a chance to speak Spanish last week?
No.
Oh, how come?
Well, here's why. Because we're sharing a car this week. My car has been in the shop for over a month. I had a little fender bender and I had a rental, but it's not going to be done for another 6 weeks. So I gave the car back because it was costing $70 a day. And so now we're sharing a car. And we went out last night for his daughter's birthday. And we just haven't had an opportunity to go to a Mexican restaurant. We haven't. And
okay, sure.
That's the only place I could practice. Well, I tell you what, I had some workers come to the house and I did greet him. And out of the two workers, they both spoke Spanish, but only one spoke English. So I tried to speak to the other guy.
Good. Good. The more you try, the better you get.
And he was surprised. That's what I want to do. I want to surprise. Surprise people.
That's awesome. Yeah. By the way, I have a fridge repairman here who's working on my fridge. So if you hear some funky noises, he's been here for 5 hours.
Oh no.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
You know, they work by the hour, so.
I don't want to know. At this stage, I'm just hoping he'll be away by the time I go to bed.
Yeah. Why are you so surprised he's still there? Oh man.
I don't know.
Yeah.
All my ice is melted. I can't even have a margarita anymore.
And then I'm having neck problems, so I had to go to the doctor yesterday. Turning my head, I had an MRI done, and my discs are compressing, and I've got to have a shot in the neck on Monday, which I'm not looking forward to. Cortisone, yeah. So I've been home trying to put up with it.
Home, okay.
Yes, I'm home. What is the word for home?
Ravi, Ravi's been moving today all day. So Ravi, what's the word?
Wake up, Ravi. Well, en la casa, but there's got to be a more. There's got to be a more warmth of a word, more than casa.
Right.
Mi casa, it's tu casa.
Hogar, that's home. Hogar.
Hogar.
Oh, really?
Hogar. Okay, hogar.
I didn't know that. Okay.
Most people really do use casa. Like, it's kind of interchangeable, home and house. But if you see like an old people's home or like a orphanage home, whatever, right? Like, or like when you go to the department store and like Home Goods.
Oh yeah, home department. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So if I invite people to my hogar, they think they're coming to assisted living center.
I would think so. Yeah, that's what they would
Oh, that's funny.
If you promise a margarita, I'm sure they'll come though.
Yeah. At least I won't have to. I won't have to worry that they're going to stay overnight.
I just like rolling down the street, let them roll and go stop.
So tell us about that breakfast you had that had ribs on it.
Okay. So I was on a page because, you know, like all the border areas, typically the like Baja California is like the border area, and Arizona and all those northern Mexico is called norteño, like the northern.
Oh.
And the dishes, regional dishes, kind of vary between different regions. And the type of dishes Ravi would have in Merida or Yucatan, like Yucatan or like the Riviera Maya, won't be the same as you would have in Baja California. I was on a page of Rosarito. I have a friend who lives there. I have several, ex-students and everything. So I was on their page, and this rancho that is like on 45 minutes up in the mountains away from Rosarito, from the city area, they advertised that they open their ranch on weekends for visitors, and you can go hike, you can play with the kids, have like a petting zoo, there's like homemade food, and they posted gorgeous pictures of their dishes.
Yeah, it was.
I know, right? Like, Ravi, if you go to my profile, it's like fantastic breakfast place.
Yeah, you don't need any more food that day after you eat that.
And the fact that I live in my part of the land, like we don't have that here. We have different dishes, and I really miss that type of dish. So I was like drooling on my internet and decided to
Good for you.
Thank you.
Sounds fun. Kathleen, when are you coming to Mexico?
July 31st.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yes, we're doing a lot of traveling before that, though.
Yeah.
And in 2 weeks, we're going to Scotland and Ireland.
Woo.
Oh,
Yeah, so I have to miss that last lesson unless I'm somewhere where I can tune in. And or I can join one of your other ones.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's May 17th to June 9th. And then when we get home, June 30th, we're going to Seattle to get on a cruise ship to Alaska.
oh, amazing.
Yes. And my sister lives in Seattle, so we're going to be staying with her. That'll be good. And then when we get back, then, 4 weeks later, I guess, we come to Mexico. Well, more than 4 weeks, but 6 weeks later, we come to Mexico. So
How long are you going to be spending in Mexico this time?
6 weeks.
Oh,
6 weeks. My temporal is going to be converted to a permanente. So this is my time of renewal.
Fantastic. Congrats.
Thank you.
Right.
So, yep.
How do you say, how long are you staying in Mexico? How do you say that?
Cuánto is
Cuánto.
how long or how much. So cuánto tiempo is how much time equals how long.
Uh-huh.
Cuánto tiempo vas a, you are going to. Quedar is to stay, también is the verb, en Mexico. Let's type it in.
Thank
Did
you.
we do the future tense? How to say a sentence in the future?
No, I don't think we've covered the past tense.
Okay, we're going to do the future today
We're
because
pretty much in the present.
Right.
¿Cuánto tiempo vas a quedar en México?
En Mexico. En is in.
Okay, put it back up there, please.
Scroll down on the chat or open your sidebar, and it's permanently there.
Let's see. Open the
Yeah.
sidebar.
Yeah, this is actually much easier than Zoom.
Let's see. Wait a minute. Where's the
Click on your chat, and then it's gonna stay open like until you close it.
Let's see. Let me find the chat. Okay, chat. Oh, there. Okay. Lori is at a retreat in Arizona.
Yeah, scroll down. That's like
Okay. Oh yeah. ¿Cuánto tiempo vas a quedar en Mexico? How much time are you spending in Mexico, or will you have in Mexico?
are you going to stay?
Are you? Oh, okay.
Or are you going to stay?
Yeah, I'm gonna type in all the. I'll break that down so you can look at it.
Adonde vas a ir? Where are you going to go?
Huh?
Okay, I like that sentence.
Is to stay over, stay the night,
Adonde
Excuse me.
vas?
stay essentially.
Cuidado.
And that brings us, okay,
Where are you
okay.
going?
Stay. So cuidar means to stay, huh?
Yeah, quedar means to stay.
¿Cuánto tiempo?
So it's too much.
How long?
Going to cuidar. Okay.
So I put a gray slide on the screen. Click on it. It's going to blow up on your screen so you can easily read it.
Uh-huh. Oh, I'm going.
When
Voy.
you're ready, you can just close it and we'll back to our video chat.
Okay, voy a. Vamos. Y.
You guys have heard those words before, right?
Oh, yeah, yeah. Vamos. Everybody knows vamos.
Wow. So literally in English, right? If you had to teach me future tense in the English language, you're going to tell me, Judith, all you need to know is how to say going to. I'm going to, you're going to, she's going to, we're going to, right? And then you add an action or a location. I'm going to Ireland. I'm going to sleep. I'm going to wash my car. I'm going to start dinner, and I'm going to pay the bill, and I'm going to visit my Seattle. Right?
Right.
So, location. It is literally a step-by-step formula to say anything in the future. You're going to start your sentence with voya vasa, whichever one applies, immediately followed by a verb or a location. That's it.
Could you repeat that?
Yeah. The way you say anything in the future tense in Spanish is start your sentence by saying voy or vasa or vamos a, whichever is the person that's doing the action, right? Immediately followed by a verb or a location. Voy a dormir. I'm going to sleep. Voy a Seattle. I'm going to Seattle. Voy a Mérida. Vamos a cocinar. Voy a pagar la cuenta. Voy a la playa. Mm-hmm.
And do some people say me voy or no?
Yeah, it is, but it kind of brings us to the territory of reflexive. You don't have to say that right now.
Okay.
And before I'm going to confuse you with a whole bunch of things and rules you have to remember, just start with this one.
Okay.
Simple, simple. Yeah, to answer your question, you don't have to. Other people will, but you don't have to. It's very
Okay.
or location. Example.
Vamos.
Mexico in, when are you coming? June or July? Did you say, Kathleen?
July 31.
Ireland. And when are you going to Ireland? In May?
Yes, May 17.
Ravi, where are you going next, Ravi? Give us an example.
Where am I going next?
Yeah, give us, you're going to go somewhere. Tell us where you're going to go so we can use you.
Voy Otro casa?
Otra casa. Perfect.
Okay.
Wait, not
Otro
a house.
caso. And la
Mañana.
amiga.
Mañana.
Ravi's going to a new house.
Yeah, exciting.
Right?
How do you
Notice-
say exciting
Sí.
Exciting.
or happy?
Me gusta?
Well, me gusta is I like, so that's not
Yeah.
really what she exciting. The best way to say it, like the most multitasking phrase, que divertido.
Divertido?
I'll type it in so you can see it. Divertido. How fun.
Oh yeah, how fun. Yeah.
Ah. Qué divertido.
Que divertido. That's an awful long word for just F-U-N.
Oh yeah.
Sounds like you're being diverted.
Yeah, well,
Diverted.
yeah, divertido.
Divertido. You're being diverted to fun.
Being diverted to fun. That's a great definition.
Okay.
So notice how Ravi, in my sentence, Ravi is going to a new house. In that sentence, Ravi is a she. So she is going to, I'm using the va. Every time you see one of those 5 words on the gray slide, every time you see them in a sentence, or you hear a person saying them, you can beyond a doubt know what that means. Nothing. It means nothing else but he's going to, she's going to, whomever. And it's very consistent. It's very frequently used. Right?
Yeah, everybody's going somewhere all the
Yeah,
time, mostly.
mostly. Yeah. Here's another thing. Remember, the easiest way to make a negative sentence is to start it by no. So let's say, I am not going to work tomorrow. No voy a trabajar mañana.
So that's easy.
It's easy. We're loving the future tense because it is one of the easiest ones in Spanish. No voy a trabajar mañana.
No voy.
Random examples with you. I'm not going to work tomorrow. And you can make it, I'm going to work late tomorrow, or I'm going to work early tomorrow, whatever your case is. Or I'm not going to work on Monday, whatever the case is. Second example, we are not going to the beach on Sunday. And so you can replace the beach with any other location. We're not going to play bridge. We're not going to the whatever restaurant. And you replace Sunday with Wednesday, whatever day you meet. First is my son is going to arrive to Tulum in June. I'm going to put all this in a note so you don't actually have to copy it. What if you want to?
Judith, that last one, mi hijo va a llegar a Tulum en junio. Is that my son is going to, what does llegar mean again? Sorry.
Or means to arrive.
Arrive in Tulum in June. Okay.
So, hey, if your son is coming to visit at some point, or your daughter-in-law or whoever, you just make this sentence and replace son with daughter and whatever you need. And replace the city, replace the month. So yeah, if you have family visiting, you can totally say that to your neighbors. Okay, give me, Ravi and then Kathleen, give me an example of a future tense sentence.
In the I, or does it matter?
Something from your life. Do you have visitors coming? Are you gonna go? Like, is your husband gonna buy you something? You know, give us an example.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Voy a Canada on Invierno? How do you say summer?
Invierno.
Invierno. Voy a Canada invierno.
Hey, really good. Kathleen, you give us.
Okay. Vamos a Orlando por el Nietos soccer.
Oh, great. Great. Vamos a por...
Nieto is like grandson?
Yes.
Yeah.
Ah,
Yes.
nice.
One grandson or several in Orlando?
Una grandson.
Okay. And when are you gonna go there?
Around una domingo. Around, well, how do you say 1 p.m.?
Oh, this Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Domingo. So that means this, right?
Sunday.
Yep. Domingo. Right. Now you just made a whole sentence. I'm gonna type it in so you can see how impressive it looks.
Vamos a Orlando por mi nieto soccer este domingo. Sí.
Nice.
Makes sense?
Mm-hmm.
With the future tense formula, it's literally like filling the blanks step by step. You start with going to, who is going to, immediately followed by action or location.
You know,
Mhm.
it seems that you leave out prepositions in your language. So, you know, if I'm reading this, I am going to Orlando for my grandson's soccer. Oh, Esta is this, right?
I said, yeah, for my grandson's soccer, but you didn't really say if it was a competition, a match, final. Like, we don't know what it is, so I kind of left it open.
Okay, so also, we don't say apostrophe S or anything for Nieto to show ownership.
I'm going to Orlando for my grandson's soccer game on Sunday.
Yeah, you've got like Nieto. We would say apostrophe S, ownership of his game. So you don't distinguish that, right? In the language?
We don't have that. We don't.
Okay.
Right. Yeah. You're right. Listen, in the beginning, it's like you will speak like, 8 out of 10 Spanish, because you will give me some little bits and pieces and doing things, which is fine, if you can say it correctly, 8 out of 10, 8 on a scale of 10, it's pretty good.
Yeah, they can figure it out.
The majority, you will be understood. So, I mean, I can speak broken English, but if my English is 8 out of 10, you will understand what I'm saying.
Right, we can communicate. Yeah.
Yeah, and over time, you will fill that gap to 9 and then to 10.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, it's fast to say speaking 8 out of 10 on the third lesson is pretty good. What do you think?
Oh my gosh.
Un momento.
Okay. Yeah, wait till we get to the really crazy stuff, Kathleen. Like, if you decide to continue to stick it out, you're in for falling down the rabbit hole there. Okay, so Ireland and Scotland.
Ireland and Scotland, and we're going on a train.
Oh, cool. From where? Like those
Well,
from England?
We fly into Manchester, England. Do you
Okay,
want
hang
to check?
on. The fridge person is talking to me. 1 second,
Yeah, go
please.
ahead. Yeah.
Dime. And I apologize that I need to stop for 5 minutes because there is some major surgery going on my fridge. I will be right back.
Well, she's been putting groceries away, so.
I had to go get my laundry.
Oh, your laundry.
They deliver it, so.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
It's cool. They stay outside of the gate of the house. They don't actually open the gate and come to the door.
Uh-huh.
And then they just yell your name. Nobody uses the doorbell. They just yell your name.
That's one of those only in Mexico things.
Really?
That's funny. Yeah.
Whew. How old is your grandson?
He's 3.
Aw.
Yeah, and it's so hysterical because there's 3 and 4-year-olds running around this field that really have no idea what the game's about. And we're all yelling, follow the ball, or, or pay attention to your coach, listen to your coach, all that. And they get hurt, and, somebody just bumps into them and they crumble like a cookie, they just like, and but, we're very proud of him that he continues to go and want to go.
Oh, yeah.
And
That's
be
a lot.
on the field, on and off for different breaks, but to complete the game. He's there for the whole game, up the last 10 minutes, he's getting very tired, and we go, you're almost done. And he runs back out. And because some of the kids, there's always about 2 of them that start crying and have to be taken home because they just absolutely refuse to play anymore.
So he's got tenacity.
He's got some tenacity, yeah. And the thing is that for some reason at the middle school, the timing of this game is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And all 3-year-olds probably are napping at that time.
Yeah,
right?
It's usually the perfect time for an afternoon nap. I'm surprised they set it for that.
Yeah, so
time.
these little, drowsy little kids are trying to play an adult game at 1 p.m.
Like 11 would be better, or
Wouldn't it? Yeah, anything,
yeah.
anything in the
Hire
morning.
them out so they have a good nap after, right?
Exactly. Well, it screws up my daughter's and her husband's whole day because they get home at 3 and he's like groggy and falls asleep for a nap and then doesn't get up till 5 or 5:30, and then he's got to go, he goes to bed at 7. So, it just screws up the whole day.
They should talk to whoever does these schedules.
I know.
Maybe they don't have little kids.
Well, I think it's on a Sunday, and I think they're respecting some people's wishes to go to church.
Okay.
And I think they were kind of forced into this time period.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Because, even after that, would 1:30 or 2 be better? No. Would 2:30 be better? No. Would 3 be better? No. There's just nothing is right at that age for them, for, being tired. So, but anyway, we take.
Adorable to watch.
Thank you very much for being patient with me. We can definitely stay a bit longer today. 5 hours and 40 minutes. We have found out that someone else needs to come, take my fridge, hopefully bring me a replacement, do some more work on this piece of junk, and hopefully I'll have a fridge for the weekend. So fingers crossed.
So your groceries are all like done then, right? Your food's all
now, but it's not really working as well as it should. There's something with the seal and the link. The whole thing is like 3 years old. I only open and close it. I haven't done anything with it.
Yeah.
So,
they should last at least 10 years.
Yeah, I wish, right? They don't make them that way anymore. This guy literally has been here from 12 midday. It is effing 6:42 right now, but he's leaving, and he needs to get back tomorrow morning with a second buddy.
Did they break for lunch and everything?
I did. I don't know about him.
Take a nap. I told you about when I was in Ahihi down at the Bonanza bar on the Malecon. I walked into the bar and the bartender was asleep on the floor. I told you that, right?
Oh,
Seriously?
Yeah. I walk in there and I saw something from the window. They got a little gift shop too, kind of right with it. And I saw this statue. I wanted to go in and look at it. And I go in, I'm looking around and I look down and there's this person laid out on the floor with his hat open. He's a bartender.
Only in Mexico, right?
Yeah,
Only in Mexico.
he wasn't busy, obviously. Anyway.
Anyway, all right, let's get back to it. So, future tense sentences. Are you getting the hang of it?
Yeah, I like to know comprar because, you know, we all go buy things. And, you know, vamos a comprar groceries or vamos a comprar food or anything. Wine, you know.
Wine, yeah.
Very important.
Yeah.
Wine.
Cheers. Hi.
Vino.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, okay, Kathleen, so give me you like 1 or 2 sentences in Spanish, kind of verbally.
Anything?
Yeah, anything.
Well, you know, vamos a vacación en Ireland y Scotland. Hoy trabajar en la casa.
Well, if you start your sentence with hoy, it means today.
Today I worked at home.
Yeah, but that's a past tense, right? It's not future.
Oh, future. Okay. Okay. I am going, tomorrow, mañana.
What are you going to do tomorrow? Give us an example.
Voy trabajar.
Okay.
Okay.
Notice that you always are going to say voy a.
Voy a.
Okay. Yeah.
Mañana voy a trabajar.
Okay, good. What else?
En la casa.
En la casa.
En mañana y tardes en la oficina.
Perfect. Way better. What is your husband going to do tomorrow?
Steve.
Mm-hmm.
Steve. Voy a.
Steve is gonna be a different Viv word. Look at the slide and pick the word that applies to him.
Okay. Steve va a bicycle. Secretary. On the secretariat.
Bicicleta. Yeah, pretty close.
Okay, to ride. What is to ride? A bike, to ride.
I'm gonna like confuse you with more words. Andar and bicicleta. So just.
Okay.
He's gonna go. Just say he's gonna go. It doesn't matter, right?
Okay. Yeah. Steve, voy a. Con el doggies. It's going.
Okay. So one more time from the top. Fluency.
Steve, voy a.
Steve va.
Steve is going.
Going to, right?
Okay. Going to.
And then action or location. Is that a going to a location or going to do an action?
He's going to do an action. He's going to ride his bike.
Okay. Steve, mañana Steve va en bicicleta. He's going on the bicycle.
Okay, going on bicycle. Okay.
Okay. So, do you have any dogs?
Yes, dos.
Okay. Can you tell me in Spanish? Steve is going to give food to the dog.
Okay, yeah. Get Steve food for the dogs.
Right. And on your list of verbs, you have the verb to give. So put that in right after Steve, va a, the verb to give food to dogs, which I'm thinking you know all those words.
To give. To give.
This word starts with a D.
A V?
Starts with a D. It's a short three-letter word, starts with a D.
To give. Yeah.
Okay, dar, give.
Oh, dar. Okay.
Dar.
Okay. Steve Dar. No. Steve Dar. Food for the doggies.
You know that comida is food, right?
Comida. Okay.
Comida.
Yeah. Steve Dar. Covida.
Comida is food. And aqua is
Steve
water.
To
right?
give food to the dogs. Yeah. Comida. Okay.
Okay, here's another one for you, Kathleen, and then we're going to move to Ravi. All right, Kathleen, read this one out loud, please.
Mejillo va a sacar los perros. My dog is going to take the. My dog,
No, it should be
my
son.
brother. I mean, my son is
son.
going to take the dogs out. Yeah.
Right?
Mejillo va a.
Hijo. Hijo. That's how we say son. That's how we say it. Hijo.
Hijo. Okay. Mijijo. Mijijo va a sacar los perros.
You better.
Yeah, my son is going to take the dogs out. See.
All right, Ravi, how many kids do you have?
Pardon me?
Ravi, do you have kids? And if so, how many?
No niños or
No
niñas.
niños. Okay, do you have dogs?
No, no perros. No
Cats?
mascotas.
Nada. Do you have a husband?
Okay, you have a gato?
Judith, you're going to have to be creative.
Do you have books in your house?
Do I have what?
Books.
Sure. Yeah, let's go with that.
So give me an example about you and books and you're going something. Buy them, read them, leave them. Oh,
Okay.
what happened?
Mañana voy a mercado. Like, how do you say library? Libre?
Biblioteca.
Biblioteca. Oh, it's like French. Okay. Okay. Mañana voy a biblioteca.
Uh-huh.
Por dar.
Dar, to give.
And I forget the word for books, because French it's libres.
Libro, actually.
Libro.
Libro is one, and libros is plural.
Okay. Mañana voy a biblioteca por dar libro. Por libros, okay.
Right. We can add more elements to it. Like if I wanted to tell you a story, I could make like 5 sentences in a row, and that would be a short little story. And you can add as many description details. And I would suggest to practice in between lessons, write down a few sentences, look back at the notes.
Sorry,
Like,
say that again.
I suggest you ought to write a few practice lessons between now and next week. Look back at all the notes that we have. You can throw in some details like about dawn or last night or next week, like all the things we learned last lesson, and just description details. Next week, my husband is going to Alaska to visit my sister in Seattle or something, right? You can just keep throwing more things, and you're going to end up with a really nice, impressive sentence. You know how to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it really helps to write it out.
Yeah, here's another one. Mañana, I'm going to type like a few practice things so you can see. Don't get scared from all the details. The whole core of the sentence is the same that we are working on right now. I would say Guadalajara because it's like the closest city.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make it fun. There you go.
Tomorrow I'm not going.
We're going.
Oh,
Are.
yeah. No, we're not going to be in the casa because we're going to Alaska. Tomorrow, we are not going to be at home because we're going to Alaska.
Nice, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna change Alaska to like La Playa, right?
Okay.
So
The
that's
beach.
gonna make a bit more sense. But let's say you're gonna go on a cruise for 2 weeks, right? Kathleen, you're going on a cruise for like 2 whole weeks.
That's Kathleen. Are we just attending?
Yeah, it's not a, well, yeah, to Alaska, to 8 days actually, 8 días. Yeah.
Okay, so you're not going to be home for a whole week, right? You're going to Alaska.
Right.
Oh, vamos a estar en la casa. We're not going to be home next week. How to say next week? The last lesson?
Las semanas
Próxima semana, next week. I'm not going to be home próxima semana.
Going to Alaska.
Porque vamos a Alaska. And we're not going to be home next week because we're going to Alaska. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Awesome. So those are the kind of sentences I want you to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, to be at a location, right? To be home, to not be home. To be at work, to not be at work. To be in Seattle, to be in Mexico City. See? Is the word estar.
Star, to be.
It's a verb. It literally means to be. So I'm going to be busy all next week. I'm going to be at my mother's house all morning. I'm going to have to deal with my fridge stuff tomorrow morning. All those stuff. Voy a estar equals I'm going to be. And then add detail. Fill in the blank. Another option, variation actually. Oh, no voy a estar. I'm not going to be.
Right.
I'm not going to be home. I'm not going to be in Alaska. I'm not going to be cleaning my house because I'm going to Alaska. No. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So
I can't hear you anymore, Judith.
okay.
Oh, that's better.
Okay. So I was saying, with these two variations, you can, after a star, you immediately are going to plug in an action or a location. I'm not going to be driving tomorrow morning. I'm not going to be cooking. We're going to be fishing. I'm going to be in the pool. He's going to be cleaning the fish. She's going to be barbecuing. We're going to be shopping for dresses. Like, oh yeah, star, I'm going to be shopping, cooking, cleaning, sleeping, whatever you want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
This stuff is great because it works really similar to English. The way you think in English, you can translate it to Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Why do we put the A in there? No voice. A.
Right. Okay. That A is air because in Spanish that A comes before destination or
Oh, before a vowel?
no, it has nothing to do with vowels. It doesn't work like this in English at all.
Okay.
But in Spanish, that A comes before a destination, sorry, or a recipient.
Or a what?
Recipient.
A recipient.
Yeah. And what that really means in simple terms is, I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to give it to you right now. Have you ever heard the phrase "a dónde vas"?
Where are you going?
Yeah.
No.
Where are you going? ¿A dónde vas? A comes before this T. Whenever you hear or see A, it always implies that the word afterwards is a recipient or a destination. I'm going to give you a few examples. Example. ¿Dónde vas? Means where are you going? Voy a Guadalajara. I'm going to Guadalajara. ¿A dónde vas? Voy a traer más hielo. I'm going to get more ice. ¿A dónde vas? Voy a comer. I'm going to eat. ¿Dónde vas? Voy a hacer pasta. I'm going to make pasta. Right? ¿Dónde vas? Means where are you? Voy a destination action. Here's another example. When you see Juan, give him 500 pesos, right? Let's say you and I are neighbors, we're sharing a gardener, or you're my sister, or whatever. I'm going to leave you some money. I'm going out of town. My gardener, just give him that money so you can come take care of my garden, okay? Cuando vas a ver a Juan, Give him 500 pesos. I'm gonna type it into. I don't want to confuse it because it's hoy a Juan. I'm going to dar is to give a Juan. You're not saying to Juan or for Juan or any other word. You're going to give. He's the recipient. Voy a dar a Juan.
Okay.
Let's say voy a dar a Lori. Lori and I went out to lunch. I don't know. I didn't have enough small bills. Like the rest of them didn't have change. I ended up, I owe Lori $100. And I'm like, Lori, next time I see you, I'll give you 100 pesos. Voy a dar a Lori 100 pesos. That is always has a destination and where it's in. Did I answer your question, or was it too much information?
No, I'm going to give Juan 100 pesos.
That's what that A is there. Okay. It implies a destination or a recipient.
Okay.
¿A dónde vas? Voy a Guadalajara. So yeah, it's not so much for you to like worry about that little letter. Doesn't matter if you skip it. Now you know why it's there. And more importantly, to remember, voya, vasa, va'a. That's like a sequence of 2 words that always come together.
Right.
Okay, let's say I'm going to tell you we are going to eat. What's your favorite restaurant, Kathleen?
I like Alex's Pasta Bar.
What is it called?
Oh, Alex's Pasta.
Pasta. And viernes. Okay, now tell me what I said.
We're going to eat at Alex's Pasta Wednesday.
What's your favorite restaurant or bar? Actually, bar. What's your favorite bar? What's your favorite drink?
Me, Kathy?
Robbie.
Sorry, you're talking to me?
Yeah, what's your favorite bar? What's your favorite drink?
Favorite bar? Crush.
Crush. And what's your favorite drink?
Mojito.
Okay, super good. When are you going there next?
Tonight.
Ah, excellent.
Tomar. Tomar means to go to? No, to have.
To drink.
To drink.
Oh,
to drink.
Going to have.
Ravi va a tomar mojito and crush esta noche.
I'm going to have mojito at the Crush tonight.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going to have. Yeah.
You can copy this formula and switch out the details and use this formula like as a fill in the blanks formula for the rest of your life for future sentences in Spanish. Okay, and I'm gonna give you, while we were writing and you were writing, I am put everything in notes, which you can print, everything from this on the screen, all our examples. So I'm gonna put them here on the Skype so you can save it, download it from Skype, and then save it to your folder and then print it off on your computer.
Oh, cool.
Did you say tomorrow was to drink?
Tomar is actually, it's the last two verbs on our list of verbs. And the exact same word, tomar, actually has two meanings. One is to take, and the other one is to drink. And drink. It's really funny that the exact same word means two different actions.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
Necesito tomar antibiótica por 7 días.
See, yeah.
No me gusta tomar café. If I'm like giving you a bill and I'm like, here, give this to the waiter as tip, or give it to the valet guy, I'm going to tell you, take, here, take this. Come on. So take it. I also recommend that you guys periodically, like once a week, read through your list of verbs and get familiar with them. Those are going to put you so far ahead of the game. They're literally going to help you learn Spanish faster if you like read through them once or twice. What else?
Well, these are all so common and used daily combinations, you know.
Yeah.
That's
good.
good.
All have in common and use daily. If you see something you know you're not going to use daily or twice a week, feel free to scratch it off. Okay, here's a great example with everything we just learned. Where can I take the bus? Okay, or where can I find an ATM? If you needed like to walk up to somebody in the street and ask that, I'm going to show you how to say it, using the exact same words that you said.
¿A dónde puedo tomar el camión?
El camión.
That's a bus?
That's the bus, yeah.
Really?
I thought it was a shrimp.
Shrimp, calamari, camarón. Oh, camarón shrimp.
Oh,
I love it. Beginners' mistakes are gold. Best thing ever.
¿A dónde puedo?
If you want people to look at you like you're like a crazy lady, you're just gonna walk around town and tell them, where can I take the shrimp? Okay, here's another example. Notice the sentence structure. A dónde, from where, destination, can I take a bus?
Yeah.
Okay, Kathleen, read this one out loud, please.
Yeah, ¿dónde puedo encontrar un ATM? Yeah, that's very necessary sentence, yeah. ¿Dónde puedo encontrar un ATM or banco? Yeah.
Oh, banco, yeah.
Yeah, or banco. Yeah, very good.
Yep.
So why would you not put that A in front of that one? Just remind me.
Because you're not actually, I don't know if my logic will make sense to you, but here goes. Where can I take the bus? It means you're going to go there, right? It's like a destination. Do you agree there's some destination in the whole concept of that sentence?
Right.
There's a destination in where can I find an ATM also. But they don't. In Spanish, they're going to put, it's not going to make sense in English. It's not going to make sense in English. That's it. That's it.
So the ATM is not a location or a recipient.
It is, well, both aren't recipients per se. It's like static things that not really. So really, technically, the perfect 100% correct grammar. And donde. At where
And
can I find the ATM? Yeah. No logic, sorry.
English is worse.
Margarita. English is worse. I think Punjabi is completely foreign language. I don't know how we would ever learn like simple things like where is the ATM? Like, is the logic really windy in Punjabi grammar or is it straightforward?
It's pretty straightforward.
What else? Any other questions? We can, you guys can go home or we can stay another 5 minutes and like finalize the subject and give you more examples or answer more questions. What would you like?
Let me see, I'm trying to think of something I want to say.
Can't think. My mind's blank.
Do you talk to the waiters a lot?
Have we talked about how much something is? Cuando,
Okay.
you know, there's cuando and there's cuanto, right? Cuando and cuanto.
Right. So that's good that you already know those two different words. They're really similar.
Yeah.
Cuando and cuanto.
Cuando que está? Cuando que está?
No, that's what I'm about to say. That is such a gringo term. We don't ever want to use that.
Okay.
It's literally like a flashing neon sign. I'm a gringa. Charge me more.
Cuanto pesos. Cuanto pesos. I say that.
That's just his words.
I say it all the time. Cuanto pesos.
Cuanto es.
Cuanto es.
Thank you, Judith. You're going to save us a lot of money.
Amen.
Cuanto es. How much is it? So much simpler.
So much simpler. Cuánto es?
So then we say esta 10
yeah.
pesos. Esta 10 pesos.
They're actually going to answer es 10 pesos because the price of something qualifies as a fixed quality. Like something costs, you know, this costs 10 pesos, so that's it. That's what it is. So we use S. Is from the fixed quality in the list of M's and R. Tell me if I talk too much.
No.
Is S or esta. Remember that's the word for is, and the words after the slash are actions, conditions, and motion. Price is neither, so we choose the one before the slash.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what else about price? Like, do you haggle or do you just shop in normal places and the prices are fixed?
What about you say you go lower?
Okay, lower. Do you know how to say that?
No.
Bajo. Okay, here is a great way.
Will you take lower or something?
All right. This is a really nice, polite way to ask.
Posible más bajo.
Bajo is lower.
Yeah. Posible.
You know how we have California? And right underneath
California.
Baja California.
That makes sense now.
And since lower is a description word, you're going to have full versions. And California happens to be a female noun, so Baja is California.
Ah, look at that.
Baja.
Price?
What's precio?
Precio is price.
Oh, yeah, price lower, precio.
Low price and low quality. Notice how both use the word low, but price is a male, masculine, and quality is a feminine word. So you get the description word switches the O, the A, in relationship to what it describes. Female thing gets a female verb ending.
Okay, and what was calidad?
Quality.
Quality, lower quality.
Ah.
Poor, lower.
Poor or lower, low quality.
Yeah.
We don't really say poor quality here, so it's kind of like, we don't say poor quality. We just don't have that saying, so we just say use low quality.
Yeah, we're not going to say I have to get it lower because it's lower quality. Yeah, we're not going to insult anybody by saying their things are lower quality.
That's right. You are not going to insult anybody, but they might tell you the price is high because it's high quality.
Oh, yeah, 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 of course.
Yeah, of course, right? Yeah. Big surprise there.
Will you take 100 pesos for it? Puedes dar.
That's why I just put here the rule of masculine and feminine, and I think you have it on your notes of passage of time.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah.
You have it from last lesson, and I also, right after last lesson, I put it on the chat. If you're going to scroll all the way up at the beginning of the chat, first note you will see is the passage of time, and all this is in there. Sorry, what was the question? What were you saying?
So say you're haggling and you give them a price, like, will you take 100 pesos for this?
Easiest, simplest way, what the locals say. We have a flea market and lots of visitors from Guadalajara and San Luis, that's national tourism. The way they haggle, 100 pesos, okay? 100 pesos, está bien?
Oh, también.
10 pesos, está bien? Question mark and a smile.
Perfect.
Also is high. Bajo is low. So if he's telling you, no, 600 pesos, no less. Haggle in Spanish, I would say, no, too alto. And
Yeah,
then
bajo, yeah, bajo.
Más bajo.
So you don't say caro. It's más caro.
Caro is expensive.
Yeah.
You could say, yeah.
Okay.
Caro equals expensive. We use that word.
So you'd say más alto, too high?
No, not unless you want them to hide the price. You're not going to say them more high. You'll say more low.
Okay, so you wouldn't say it's too high, you know.
Muy alto, very high.
You would say muy alto, not más alto?
No, because más is more, and that means more high.
Okay. Okay. So you're saying to them it's too high.
You're literally saying very high.
Very high.
You always want to say más bajo, more low.
Okay.
It sounds really broken English, but it's not actually broken Spanish at all. Más bajo equals lower. More low is lower, essentially, in English. Yeah, and of course the hand gesture. Like if you said, if I wanted to haggle, like I always pretend I speak broken Spanish because if I speak good Spanish, they're gonna launch into a long speech why it's the best thing ever made.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose 30 minutes listening to that. So I'm just always pretending like I don't speak Spanish.
Right, it's made in Oaxaca and they have to carry it far away and.
But pure virgins on
Yes.
their donkeys.
Or my grandma who's very poor, you know.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. All right, these are very good.
I'm betting you're gonna have some Mexican or even Spanish-speaking servers on the cruise ship. You could totally try that with them.
Definitely, yeah. Or tomorrow's Cinco de Mayo, so maybe we'll get ourselves outside to a Mexican restaurant.
Oh, you should. It's a huge holiday in the States.
Yes, not so much there, right?
No, not at all. It's not at all a thing here, but it's a thing in the States.
Do people get the day off tomorrow?
We had a long weekend this Monday, like so. How
The
it
Labor
works-
Day, yeah.
Right. It's only a national holiday, like a big thing in Puebla, which is both a state. It's a state, and the capital of the state is also named Puebla, but it's kind of close to Mexico City. So that was the Battle of Puebla in the Mexican independence. They had a battle. It was on that day. That was a crucial battle for the independence war. And in Puebla, it's the whole thing, but not really in other parts.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't care about anybody else. But everybody likes to drink, so maybe they will celebrate. You know,
We live in vacation zone. Like people come on vacation and tourism all the time. Like you go to Chapala, it's like a day trip for city people, so they're always there too.
yeah, it's
We're down for a
yeah,
party.
it's Friday tomorrow. Yeah, it's Friday. Yeah.
Friday. Yeah. Always down with an excuse to party in Mexico.
Oh, yes, that's what we love about Mexico, Mexican people. They really know how to enjoy. Yeah, they work hard, they play hard. You know that phrase?
I know that phrase, yes. Very accurate.
Yeah, that's good. And you certainly had hard workers today.
Oh my God, I had
Well, you had workers.
things,
Anyway.
I had like tech stuff, things I bought that were the wrong size, and I have to like shop all over again. It has been like extremely off the rails week. So
Okay, ladies, I need to go. Thank you so much.
Okay, we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
thank you, Robbie. We'll see you next week.
Good night.
Bye.
Good night, Robbie.
Bye.
Bye-bye.